Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-September 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Pisces. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and jump in and get into it. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for the remainder of September. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, column number 1, we are pulling a summary affirmation card here. What's wrapping up and coming to a close? We have the card preservation. This is important. This is about saving yourself for the things that matter. Saving your time, your energy, your money, whatever it may be here, Pisces. It's preserving those resources until we need them, or preserving them for what counts. So, love to see that. Let's see what messages we've got going on here, though. The first card that we have is the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. So, I like this. You have set boundaries in some aspect of life, and you've been following them. So again, this could be a budget. This is who you can and can't, will or won't talk to, so on and so forth. But you've done a good job of preserving yourself. So again, you gave yourself those boundaries and then acted accordingly. I think for a lot of you this is money related because the Devil card oftentimes comes through as a budget card, but the Devil card can be a card of overdoing. So I love that we set these guidelines for ourselves and were persistent and maintained them with the 9 of Wands. Again, that was the preservation you needed, where the Devil can really wipe us out, take us down the wrong path. It's that overdoing of some sort. So I like that we had the boundaries and that you followed them. And at the bottom here, we have the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups, anytime we have 2 of something on a card, it can be an indicator of a decision. And I feel like you've had lots of decisions this month where, again, do you respect the boundary? Do you push the limit? Do we overindulge with the Devil card? And I feel like you constantly had that question coming up, and I feel like you did a really good job of preserving again. The 2 of Cups can also be a love card, romantic love, partnership, proposal, marriage. So there could be some new love or advancement of a current relationship happening in the mix of all of this as well. But let's take a look at our clarifiers and see what other messages I can give you here, Pisces. First up, we have the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of going within for clarity. This is about being on your own personal path, your own personal quest. This is for you. This is what's doing good at your core. So again, there is something that you want at your core. You've given yourself these boundaries to get there. So again, really, really like the preservation. Did a good job of protecting what was important this month, preserving where it was important. So this is helping you on this quest. This is helping you get this thing that you want. The next card that we have is the Queen of Swords. Very, very self-sufficient with the Queen of Swords. This is doing for you. Again, you set these boundaries for yourself. You made the decisions as you went along, and you were able to kind of prevent yourself from getting into the cycle with the Devil where it can be overindulging or overdoing something. Last but not least, at the bottom here, we have the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords can be kind of a card of a low spot. We have lots of swords stuck into us. I feel like I'm going to give a couple things here. So I feel like this is where we're coming from. We got maybe into kind of a low spot, so this is our plan out with the boundaries and this preservation, which is wonderful. Another thing, though, I feel like this is kind of you, like, these are all the things that you had to do to stick with the boundaries. So it's not that we're in a low spot, but again, it is like a trial, and it does take energy, and it's like, oh, it's not just saying no to one thing, it's saying no to 10 things, right? So I feel like this is kind of part of the journey or reflection of that journey as well. But again, I think it's really paying off. It's great to see the Hermit there too. This is, again, pursuing that quest, pursuing that thing that means so much to you. Taking a look now at our next column, we're going to talk about any major messages for the remainder of September. So we have a quick summary affirmation card here for you. It says ready but waiting. So likely in the next few weeks here, Pisces, something's not going to move quite as fast as we would like it to. Very literal meaning here with this card. We're ready to do something, but the timing just isn't quite right. So let's take a look and see what other messages I can give you here. First up, we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of patience. So we have been working hard for something with the Knight of Pentacles. That's reflected. It's putting in the hard work. It's the nose to the grindstone. But again, we're in this kind of waiting period. The Knight of Pentacles is saying you've done all this hard work. Just be a little bit, be patient a little bit longer here, Pisces. So ready but waiting, patience coming through. The next card that we have is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of wanting to get away. I feel like now that we're in this period of waiting, you're ready to just kind of throw it away. And I don't know that I would. I don't know that I would run from this. I would stick it out. I would be patient, ready but waiting. But again, I feel like you're ready to just like give up on it because of this waiting. And I don't know if that's the right answer there, Pisces. At the bottom here, we have the Temperance card. This is a card of patience as well. So we have 4 patience cards all in a row here for you. If that's not the message of the month, I don't know what is, unfortunately. So ready but waiting. You're ready for this. Don't throw in the towel. Don't give up on this. But we do need to be a little bit more patient here. We have to wait this out for whatever reason. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing, very tolerant, being able to roll with it. If you look at this card, though, the cup on the card looks more like a trophy. And I always tell people this is about polishing the trophy, and you are the trophy, so it's about taking care of you. So in this time of patience, I feel like there's something else you can be working on. Continue to polish the trophy, continue to take care of yourself, continue to put in the hard work, even though we're in this kind of cycle of patience. So just be aware there's something that we can still be working on here, Pisces. The next card that we have is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a card of giving or receiving. In this case, we have to give. We have to give a little bit more time. Again, don't just throw in the towel and scratch this situation. Give it a little bit of time to come around. At the bottom here, we have the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. This is fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, adventures, beginnings. I feel like this is leading to something great. So it's worth being a little bit patient, a little bit calm, letting things ride out. Again, continue to work on whatever this is in this waiting period. But it looks good. We always want the Fool. We want that fresh beginning. We want what the Fool has to offer. So it's worth the wait. That's my message this month, is worth the wait there. Okay, Pisces, let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. So we're going to start with a quick money message here. It says, I am a money magnet. A great affirmation for you to use there. But in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. First here we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is kind of a gossipy card. I feel like somebody is watching or checking your work this month, Pisces. I don't know that you need to do anything different, but again, I feel like somebody has eyes on you or has eyes on your work. So just kind of be aware of that. I would be really careful of like gossip or water cooler talk or any sort of drama too. My advice would be steer clear of it. But again, I feel like somebody is watching your work. The next card that we have is the Death card. I always like to point out that the Death card does not mean death, but it does indicate some sort of change, some sort of transformation. This is a card of moving on too. I feel like maybe there's somebody you want to get out from under the watching eyes again with the page. So maybe we're moving on to a new job here because again, we're tired of being under that one person's eyes. We're tired of being watched in that way. At the bottom here, we have the Nine of Cups. Love the Nine of Cups. It has a literal meaning of wishes coming true. So if you're wishing for a new job or you're wishing for a new boss, it seems like that's going to happen. Again, The Death card is saying now is the time for us to move on. So I feel like we are moving on to something new here. Let's take a look at our clarifiers though. First up, we have the Devil card. The Devil card's a card of overdoing things. This is greed, envy, materialism, obsession. Again, I feel like somebody's just like almost overbearing here. They're doing too much. You don't have enough free will. You don't have enough flexibility. You don't have enough say-so in this current situation here, Pisces, and that's one of our motivators, I think, to move away or move forward. The next card that we have is the Knight of Cups. Look how closely those resemble each other with the Death card and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a card, typically a love card. It's very romantic, very proposal-like. It's like knight in shining armor, Prince Charming. It is also very much so about the opportunity, though, and the perfect opportunity. So I think there is something really great coming for you. There is a really wonderful opportunity. And then with this overbearing person, it's a no-brainer that you're going to make that step forward and move forward there. This could also be a new relationship, too. So perhaps the boss is moving on, and you'll be getting a new boss that way, or the overbearing person's moving on. But somehow that disconnect is happening where it won't be that same relationship anymore. And at the bottom here, we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is very supportive, tolerant, empathetic, so many good traits. So again, there is a new relationship coming into play, whether you're getting a new boss in your existing role or you're getting a new job and there's a new boss in that way. But I really like the traits that this new leader possesses. So I like this movement. I would say now is the time to get out from under this one person. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money, or excuse me, anything related to love. So a quick love message here, Pisces. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here, Pisces. So first up, we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups, if you look here, there's something different happening in each of these cups. When I see this, it means that things are very busy. Again, we're juggling all these different things. All these different things are happening. I will say I think that because we've been so busy, Pisces, I don't know that we're giving our relationships as much time as we need to be. So please do be aware and keep that in mind. Again, I think we may need to give more time to our relationships here. We're I don't want to say this, but the meaning of this card is like non-committal, but it's like you're non-committal because you don't have the time to commit. But that being said, though, our next card is the Page of Wands. This is very active. Again, you are very active. You have a lot of different things going on right now, Pisces. But this is like new project or new creative idea, and I feel like you need to like carve out time for this one relationship specifically, whether it's movie night once a week or beach volleyball once a week. I don't know. I feel like we need to give designated time to this relationship, or say, you know, every night from 5 to 6 p.m. we're going to talk on the phone. Whatever it may be, it's like we have to carve out time for this relationship. I know we're busy, but we have to make time. And then at the bottom here, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an ace card, there's a card of newness. I feel like this is like finding this new time slot for it. Potentially this other person could have just gotten a new job or have something going on money-wise, and that's adding to the mix of it. But again, it's like we need to find this new time slot to give to this person, or this new activity where we stay connected. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very creative. We have to come up with a creative idea to give this relationship enough time. I feel like it is like physical, like going to volleyball together or something like that. Might not be, but it seems pretty like physically active. The next card that we have is the Justice card. The Justice card is a card of cause and effect. It's win-win. It'll be a win-win solution to carve out the time for this relationship. I mean, this relationship is going to flourish even with just a tiny bit of committed time here. So you'll be glad that you carved out the time for this relationship. At the bottom here, we have Knight of Pentacles, kind of echoing the same message as the Justice there. The Knight of Pentacles is reaping the benefits of the hard work. So again, this will be very beneficial to this relationship to designate this special time and commit to this special time. Okay, now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card Influence. I always like this card because it's such a good reminder to focus on the things that we can influence. Focus on the things that we can change, the things that we can impact here at Pisces. But let's take a look at our cards here. So first up we have the King of Pentacles. This is very solid, practical, wise card. This is an investment card. I feel like you are being given a new investment opportunity here. One that you have a lot of influence over, to tie into that influence card at the top. So I really like this investment. When we see the King of Pentacles, it's a good investment. The next card that we have is the High Priestess. The High Priestess can be a card of secrets, mystery, so like they're a little bit of unknown information, so do be cautious of that. But the High Priestess is about trusting our gut to navigate through. And what I'm going to say is, like, if something doesn't feel right, then we need to go poking and asking for more questions, ask more questions and get more information, right? Because that's something we can influence, is obtaining that knowledge. So I think there's an investment. There's going to be some unknowns that we need to investigate. But at the bottom here, I really like this. This is celebratory. I think this is a really good, promising investment for you. It could potentially be friend or family related, just because that's one of the meaning of the Four of Wands. But I'm going to say go for it. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is, again, a relationship card, so I feel like this could be connecting into somebody. But this is like about the opportunity, about the proposal. So again, really sound looking investment. I think family or friends are involved. We have the repeat Four of Wands. Again, we're celebrating that we went after this. We're glad that we did it. Again, friends or family seem to be involved. And at the bottom here, we have the Ace of Wands. This is new project, new inspiration. This is the opportunity. So I really like this investment. Again, I think you have a lot of influence over it. Anytime we see the King of Pentacles, I encourage you to go for it. But of course, do your due diligence, because it does seem like some additional questions need to be asked. Okay, now at this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1, we have the 8 of Hearts. This is number 36 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2, we have the 5 of Spades. This is number 6 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3, we have the 2 of Diamonds, number 18 card. That's going to be a yes. So no, no, yes there for you. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stone stack. Or actually, we already pulled one earlier this month, which is your crystal to keep with you through the month of September. You had Dolomite this month, which is good for grounding, endurance. It keeps you very authentic, gives a nice sense of trust, stability, endurance, as well as keeping you quite playful in your actions. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Pisces, your Healing Note says, healing is a journey traveled one step at a time, one day at a time, one prayer at a time. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, if you haven't done so, also I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Pisces, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your September.